What's up, guys? It's your boy, Wait a Marvel, Wait a Marvel, and today we're going to talk about some Avengers Endgame. So, okay, I have a big gripe with this film. I didn't get what I want. I'm going on rant. Anyway, I'm just playing though, but that's a little callback to the video I just dropped or whatever. And my biggest, but I don't really have a big gripe, but I walked in this film with 5 expectations, and the 5 expectations were ending and a closeout to the phase, the entire universe that they've created since the last movie. I don't mean like end the whole entire universe, because why would they do that? Like, that's dumb. That's why, But anyway, it's like this film was great, and all I needed was a closeout. They did that. They exceeded there, right? Check. Number 2, show every character and balance every character, show what they can do, and do what they do. So, did they do that? Yeah. Cap wills he wills Millionaire before he passes, or not passes, or passes the mantle, but before he's long gone and done, we know that he's done that. And his shield broke. That was amazing. They got that. So did they make Cap's character great? Yes, they did. Thor's character? I was expecting King Thor. I wanted King Thor. I wanted Rune Thor. None of that. We got none of that, man. He's some fat Fortnite player. He's a joke. He's a goddamn joke. He needs a pep talk from his mom. And I thought it was great as far as the closing the character, because you guys gotta remember, man, this is a character that's in the MCU, so it's like he starts off wanting to kind of be like his own character, but a lot of what he wants is pretty much directed towards his father. But then again, it's like, I don't even know how to explain that, because I really feel like, and this is my problem with that character in this film, or his character in this film, is that Taika Waititi, or whatever his name is, the Thor 3 director, the Thor, I'm not going to say Ragnarok, I just said it. I'm not going to say it again, because that is not what Ragnarok's supposed to be like. That is nowhere near it. I hate that film. Not going to say it again. And overall, this is a character, Thor's character in this film is a character that they ventured off into in Thor 3. And it sucks, because if they hadn't gone that route, if they had just been more serious and more dark and more grittier, not in the sense of, oh, let's get the kids away, but let's get Thor out. Let's get a real Thor. Let's get a proper Thor, Like, yeah, he was good in Thor 1. He was okay, and he was good in Avengers. He was good in Avengers 2. But we haven't seen Thor elevated to a certain level. And I thought this was going to be that time, because personally, before I saw this film, I did get it leaked, I saw the beard, I saw that stuff, I saw Hulk with the glove on, the whole internet spoiled that for me, but it didn't piss me off, because, I knew that stuff was going to kind of I knew something like that would happen, and I feel like with Thor, he gets on the ship and he's a guardian of the galaxy now, and it's like, how pathetic, like, that's not King Thor, that's none of that. It's just, can you even call him Thor? Is he still worthy? Is he really still worthy? Like, if he's worthy after this film, I don't know what to say, Will I see Guardians 3? Hell to the no. I won't. I know. Probably will, though. Probably, yeah, I definitely will. But anyway, it's like, I'm not going to sit there and watch that, because it's like, what a spat in the character's face, what a spat to the fans, As far as other characters, I feel like Hulk was betrayed. He reached his limits. This film didn't need him to become the rage monster that we all know and love. It didn't need that, So I respect that. But what I don't respect is how bruh got on a brace. He got on a brace because he hit the Infinity Stones. It messed his whole arm up. Is he healing slow? We don't know. Hopefully he is. But if he ain't healing slow, bruh, and bruh gotta wear the brace on the whole time, and that's it for Hulk, Yeah, I understand, it was the Infinity Stones, but these are the same stones that could take, or that couldn't get past the Stormbreaker. So how you gonna tell me that they can get past the Stormbreaker, or they can't get past the Stormbreaker, right? But they can get past Hulk's regenerative powers. That's insane. That's crazy. Like, that's some BS. It's like, I understand, we're writing this film. We want lasting effects. We don't want to see Hulk at the funeral with the his arm is healed up and he's just fine. He's handy dandy. Like, that would just be weak. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said I'm not gonna, be too pissed off about that, because they're probably just developing that, You can't blame them on that front. This film has to have lasting effects. As far as other characters go, Iron Man has been elevated to a prowess and to a respect that I don't think any character will ever reach in this universe or in the future of this universe. And he was definitely portrayed perfectly. He's been portrayed perfectly since Iron Man 1. He's been elevated since Avengers 2, Since I want to say Iron Man 3, like, if he had stopped at that level, I would have been fine. But given the bleeding edge armor and stuff with that nanotechnology, that even made him stunning. It made him flawless. Like, that was the perfect adaptation. So there's that, which, like I said, check, it was great. As far as Black Widow goes, she was great too, because I didn't like a Black Widow for a while, but they brought me back to her. Hawkeye, great. They did his thing. He did his thing. I feel like the Ronin mask, he should have the Ronin mask, should have showed us a better version of the Ronin mask, but we'll probably see that in the future. And that's what my opinion on that is. As far as other characters, I do not like that Nick Fury was nowhere in this movie at all, but he was dusted, so that makes sense. But I do feel like, next time write him in the movie. But I understand it. I'm not gonna sit there and be balled up on that one, but because that was definitely prior to, you can't say that. But as far as other characters go, other characters were great. Just about everybody else was great, Doctor Strange did his thing. Those other characters, Spider-Man, Black Panther, all these characters come at the end and they check off. And that was one of the expectations that I had, and they fulfilled that. Another expectation that I felt like was a little bit of a joke and was really, really detrimental, and what I've been talking about in like almost every video as far as surrounding this topic, is the visual introduction of the actual deities of the Marvel Universe. And they don't do it, We get a scene where, the scene where Thanos is dying and Thor, not dying from or being dusted, but actually he gets his head chopped off, as we know. And he says, before he dies, he says that the Infinity Stones were reduced to Adam, which obviously he's talking about eternity, And I thought that was a nice touch. But when do we stop talking about this SJW bullshit that doesn't matter? Because Disney's the problem. Let's get at Disney. Let's not talk about SJW. Let's just get at Disney. Let's just call spade, But when do we want more out of these films? I understand, you have to appreciate, and I talked about this in another video, you have to appreciate the film, and they don't have to give you this, they don't have to do that, they don't have to do that. They can do whatever the hell they want. These are their characters at this point. They bought them. They pretty much own the whole entire company, even from a comic side, They've introduced all their characters. They introduced every little character from the movie. They introduced them in the comic. They rewrite these characters now. This is their universe. This isn't Stan Lee's creation anymore. This is Bob Iger or whatever their fucking names are at Disney, They own this universe. This ain't the Marvel universe anymore. This is the Disney universe, And it's sad to see it, because it's like, that's just sad. But that's in another video. You'll see later on. And I just feel like, we don't need to see any more references. I don't want to hear Adam. I don't want to hear Oblivion. I don't want to hear Death or Lady Death. I don't want to hear Adam Warlock. I don't want to hear the Living Tribunal. I don't want to see any more Easter eggs. No more Easter eggs. No more Easter eggs. If we're talking about Galactus, Galactus. What the fuck? But if we're talking about Galactus, go ahead and do an Easter egg for Galactus. Go ahead, do that. Go ahead, you got that one. You know what I'm saying? I need that. So I won't be mad at that. But I don't want to see any more Easter eggs or references to the actual deities of the universe. I'm tired of that shit. I don't want to see any more Celestials. None of that stuff. You know, that was pathetic. Okay? We didn't get... Okay, this is one scene, for instance, right? When you see, like, this comet coming down and, you know, Thanos... infantry, or not infantry, but Thanos' ship, Sanctuary, right, is focusing its targets on Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel is coming from space into Earth's orbit, into Earth clouds. And you're like, man, I know that's Captain Marvel, but damn, dude, that could have been Adam Warlock. That would have been dumb, though. But that could have been anybody. That could have been anyone. And Adam Warlock is not an actual deity of the universe, but it could have been anyone, you know? It could have simply been the Living Tribunal. It could have been, you know, one of the Watchers. It could have been anything, anybody. And they go and do Captain Marvel. It's like, to not see one of those, just one. But like I said before, this is the culmination of 10 years. They're not going to do it soon. It's not in the story, you know? They haven't seen it before. No, but they've been building it up. That's why I was like, they gotta give us something. They really let me down with Adam Warlock. They really let me down on that one, but that was my problem. That they lost my expectation on that one. They pretty much X'd that out. Another expectation that I had, and it was sort of fulfilled. Actually, it was fulfilled. I wanted, and I've been talking about this. And this is not bad. This is, you know, I know the man just passed, and I love Stan Lee to death. Stan Lee, I mean, I didn't know him personally, of course, but Stan Lee is the man, you know, Stan the man, right? But I really wanted a different cameo besides Stan Lee in this film. And I've been wanting that before he passed. I've been wanting that before Infinity War came out. I've talked about it a couple times, but not in the videos. And they gave it to us. They gave us Jim Starlin. And when I saw Jim Starlin in the film, I immediately said, that's Jim Starlin. That is the creator of Thanos. That is the man behind Cosmic Marvel. That is one of the men, you know? That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah, let's do that, you know? So that was great. They fulfilled that checkpoint. Let's go to the next one, right? Another the biggest, and this relates back to last checkpoint and previous checkpoint that we were just talking about with the actual deities of the universe. And this is the ending and last final Stan Lee cameo, you know? Now, I didn't think that he was not going to have a Far From Home cameo, but I did hear that he wasn't, and it's pretty obvious that he didn't film that, but I wasn't sure if he did. I kind of thought he did, but he didn't, I guess. Or at least so far, you know, that's what I'm kind of hearing. And what I really wanted in this film was to see Stan Lee as the one above all, you know? I wanted to see either him or Jack Kirby take it, or pretty much you could do a composite, you could do half and half. It doesn't matter how it was going to be happening, or whether he's one of the Celestials, whatever. I wanted to see Stan Lee as one of the Celestials. I wanted to see him as one of them, you know? And they didn't do it, and it was a letdown, but I understand why they didn't go that route. They did introduce the Celestials, but they didn't do it. So that was X'd out also. As far as another checkpoint, that's it. That's all my checkpoints. Come back to me with another video. I'm coming back to you with another video. You already know what time it is. Subscribe, like.